Hey guys, Joe Warner coming in with a battle replay. Today we have a 3v3 in Rome 2. It's a siege battle. Let's get over some of the army comps real quick. We have the attacking factions. We have Syracuse being commanded by Farah. He has brought with him 5 units of Thurio Spears, 3 units of mercenary Samnite Warriors, 3 units of mercenary Etruscan Hoplites, 3 archers, a ballista, and his general is a picked hoplite unit. Then we move over to his first ally. We have Seleucid. Seleucid is being commanded by Kus Hanshi. He's got 9 units of Thorax Swordsmen, 2 units of Hillmen, 2 units of Pikes, 4 units of Syrian Archers, and his general is a Silver Shield Swordsman. And the final attacking ally we have is Lord Amir V, who's controlling Carthage. He has 6 units of Libyan infantry, 2 units of the mercenary Iberian swords, 2 units of Gallic warriors, 2 units of Sacred Band, 1 unit of hoplites, 1 unit of the mercenary Celtic light horse, a Carthaginian cavalry, and his general is a general's bodyguard. Getting into the defending armies, we have Lusitani, who's being commanded by Spitfire, who's actually the guy that sent video in. Thank you very much, Spitfire. He has brought with him 7 units of guerrilla warriors, 3 units of Lusitani guerrillas, 2 units of veteran shield warriors, 2 units of Iberian swords, 4 units of slingers, 1 unit of the swords... 4 units of slingers, like I said, and his general is a unit of the Lusitani nobles. Bactria is being commanded by Sea Dog 1. He has 2 units of scaled thorax hoplites, 2 units of Thurio spears, 3 units of thorax swords, 2 pikes, 3 units of the Royal Guard, 1 of them being his general, and 3 units of Persian archers. And the final defending ally here we have as Macedon, who's being commanded by Uba the Great. He has brought with him 4 units of militia hoplites, 2 units of thorax swords, 3 units of Cretan archers, 2 pikes. He's got 3 units of the Thessalian cavalry, and his general is a Royal Peltast. So without further ado, it's about a 46-minute battle. Let's get this one going. We do have some artillery fire coming down here by the wall artillery for Bactria. He's firing over at a tower here. Seems he's trying to take out one of the attacking towers. We do have some more fire coming out over here. This unit of pikes has actually lost 16 men so far. It looks like he's trying to get into some of the archers also, but they're going to pull back around to the cover here by the woods. Syracuse is pushing up his towers. He's only brought 2 towers with him today. He's got some Thurio spears on it and 3 units of Thurio spears backing them up. He started to move up some of his pikemen as well. He also has his ballista here that is firing. I believe they're firing on this section of wall right here. As you can see, it's up to 36% so far. It's a whole lot of guerrilla warriors right here, so I'm expecting, and the 3 units of cavalry here, this is probably going to come bursting out of this gate here, assume pretty much at any time here. Guerrillas usually are posted out front, but I guess that Spitfire wanted to have a little bit more of a surprise sally out kind of thing. Maybe they're going to come out here and try and catch some of the guys coming in on these towers. Let's see what the tower damage was. They were firing in this one. He's at 25%. Does not look like they are firing any further onto them, though, as there is only 2 men left on this. And here we go. I started seeing the cavalry start to move. Gates are opening. This is going to be a lot of guys to try and get out of this one gate, so hopefully they're going to be able to make it out with not too much congestion here. We do have 2 units of guerrilla warriors making their way out here already. 3rd unit of guerrilla warriors making their way out. Macedon has pretty much his entire army right over here except for the 1 unit of Cretan archers. Actually, it looks like Macedon and Lusitani are going to be defending over here, though Lusitani is pulling back his shield warriors here and Iberian swordsmen. Another unit of guerrilla warriors way back over here. And as far as the defense, we have the Lusitani noble general in the town center. Tower's still moving up here for Carthage. Seleucid is actually right next to him, moving up his towers. And we do have combat going on over here. So we have a unit of the guerrilla warriors have come in and taken a unit of thorax swordsmen off of this tower here. So guerrilla warriors are winning. It says that they are winning. Yeah, the thorax swordsmen here are getting cut to pieces. They're outnumbered by about 20 men or so. More guerrilla warriors making their way around, stopping the progress of these two towers as well. Do have a unit of thorax swordsmen who have left their tower. They are on their way over here. Looks like Seleucid is pulling the rest of his units off of these towers, and I'm going to bring them over here to try and stave off this sally out. Macedon is throwing out 2 units of his Thessalian cavalry here. Probably going to try and catch up to these archers, but we do have the Etruscan hoplites that are making their way up. Wall breach has been formed here, so we have a huge grouping. We have the 2 units of pikes and 3 units of Thurio spears making their way to this breach point. And as you can see, this breach point is not being defended very much. Bactria has a little bit of a defensive pullback. He's not really defending the walls, I should say. So Syracuse is going to have an easy way of coming up. This unit is just outside of the circle. I don't know if that will count as... Nope, he's pulling them back. So it looks like Syracuse is going to be able to take this gate with no resistance at all. Syracuse throwing a couple of units of his Thurio spears up in this direction, starting to knock down this barricade here. Bactria is moving up a unit of the skilled thorax hoplites over here to try and hold this choke point here. Let's see how well this sally out is going. So yeah, we just have a big old fight going on over here. Unit of Thessalian cavalry have gotten a charge in onto some hillmen. Thessalian cavalry are pulling back over here. See, did they lose any? Actually, yes, they did. Syracuse lost. This unit is routing. They probably will come back. Then these other 2 units of archers have taken some damage. So I'm guessing one of the 3 Thessalian cavalry got in over to there. Thessalian cavalry is now coming over here, giving Lusitani a hand against some of these thorax swordsmen. We do have a thorax swordsman unit that is breaking, or routing, I should say. Unit of thorax swordsmen up on the wall here, taking out the ballista. Probably just going to make an easy way down into the streets here. Oh, Macedon threw up a unit of slingers. Are they out of ammunition already? Wow, that was very quick. Slingers usually have ammunition for a long time. But Macedon has thrown up a unit of his slingers here, with these 2 units of swordsmen here for Lusitani holding this gap. Unit of Macedonian Cretan archers are now making their way back inside the settlement. Didn't even see them go out there. See how Syracuse's push is going. He's got his Thurio spears here. Did they capture this tower? Does look like they have captured this tower, so this unit of scaled hoplites will start losing men. The defenders still have control of this gatehouse so far. Thorax swordsmen down on the streets here now, getting into some Thurio spears, but we do have a unit of Iberian swordsmen that are going to charge in behind them. Here comes the push for Syracuse. They're going to start pushing up into this unit of thorax. There's a unit of the Persian light archers behind them, though, getting some good fire into these Thurio spear units. We have some flame shot coming from somewhere. Oh, this unit of the Persian archers here getting some really good flank fire in onto this unit of the pikemen. Wow, pikemen up here this early. This pikeman unit is just getting absolutely obliterated. 28 men left, and they are easily broken. Thurio spears right behind them, going to receive a charge, I think, from some of these thorax swordsmen from Bactria. Actually, Thurio spears have now switched into their square formation, so that should make it a little bit easier for them to be able to defend. We have a general who just blasted an ability. Do we have a general up here already? Yes, we do. The picked hoplites here for Syracuse. General is already inside the settlement. How is the push going over here? Macedon seems to be staving off the breach point attacks here so far, doing rather a good job. Mercenary Cretan archers getting some really good shots into this unit of thorax pikemen. Pikemen coming in really quickly and really early into this battle. More thorax pikemen moving their way up. Iberian swordsmen over there by the tower. We have a unit of thorax swordsmen making their way. Got a breach point battle going on here between some Thurio spears, thorax swords, 2 other units coming over, a unit of thorax swordsmen and a unit of Thurio spears here for Macedon coming to block up this breach point. Thorax swordsmen making their way through the breach point here for the Seleucids here. Sorry, 2 flags are very similar, so let's get back over onto this side, see how this is going. So the Lusitani sally out over here seems to have done rather well. They've broken a bunch of the thorax swordsman units over here. So we have 4 units of guerrilla warriors out here taking on 2 units of thorax swordsmen that are starting to both now waver. Have we taken this gate yet? Lusitani still has control of this gate. He's actually throwing some units up onto the wall over here. We do have the wall over here starting to take some damage as well from the Syracuse ballista back over here. I don't know if maybe he's going to try and make himself another breach point. We do have some breaking here. Iberian swordsmen are breaking against some of the thorax swordsmen here. Thorax swordsman unit actually is routing. Iberian swords are staying. I'm guessing that because of the tower here from the gate probably gave these Iberian swordsmen a hand in finishing off this thorax swordsman unit. We do have a unit of the Libyan infantry way down over here. They have been surrounded by Iberian swordsmen and a unit of militia hoplites. A lot of fighting going up on here where these breach points are. Macedon is actually losing a unit of his Thorio spears. Another unit of Thorio spears is losing decisively. Thorax pikemen here. We have another unit of thorax. I'm sorry, that's thorax swordsmen here from Macedon. Another unit of the thorax pikemen have moved up for the Seleucids. Carthage has a unit of mercenary Iberian swordsmen here. Libyan infantry taking on some pikemen. Wow, there's just pikemen everywhere right at the beginning of this battle. That's something I've never seen before. I've never seen so many pikes being thrown into the beginning of battles here. But oh wait, let's see what's going on over here. We have some cavalry going at each other over here. Carthaginian cavalry and mercenary Celtic light horse. And a unit of Sacred Band taking on the 2 units of Thessalian cavalry. This Thessalian cavalry unit seems to be pulling out. Macedon did lose a second unit of his Thessalian cavalry. We have another unit of the shock cavalry here for Macedon making their way around. Lusitani is now making their way around over here as they were victorious on this side, at least with these units on the towers here. The Lusitani is making their way around over here, and in the background we do see the Thessalian cavalry. Another Thessalian cavalry unit for Macedon has now broken because of the Carthaginian cavalry. Do have eyes on the general's bodyguard way back over here for Carthage. Kind of interested to see what this cavalry is going to do. See where they're going to go. Looks like they're going to try and run all the way over there to get that unit of pikes. No, they're going to pull back. Maybe he's going to try and get around over to here to get to the general, because the general is visible. Though there are a couple of units here that are close in reserve to give that general a hand if that Thessalian cavalry does make their way around over to that direction. See how Syracuse's push is going. So we have a just big old fight going on here in the streets. We have some Persian light archers already up in the mix for Bactria. 2 units, a unit of thorax swordsmen and a unit of Thurio spears here. They seem to be struggling here. That's about the best way I could say. That's the best word I can use for what the fighting is going on here for the defenders. Seems that they are just struggling to hold back here against the Syracuse forces. Syracuse does also have 2 of his units of archers up here. Are they firing at exactly? Maybe they're just firing right over the tops of their own men. Ooh, actually, good move here by a unit of the Persian light archers. Looks like they're going to be firing down into this gigantic blob of troops. We have another unit of the Persian light archers making their way back up over onto this hilltop here. Be interested to see where they start trying to fire down onto. Unit of pikemen here for Syracuse is actually somewhat flanking around this unit of thorax swordsmen, but the pikemen here are only down to 31 men, so that will be broken. Mercenary Etruscan hoplites now making their way around. Going to probably get a charge in onto this unit of thorax swordsmen. Do have some hoplites back up here from this unit that seem to be stuck on some of the stakes. One of the units of the archers here for Syracuse has now broken. So well done by the Persian hoplites. They're getting some really good fire into these archer units here for Syracuse. Syracuse's archers 49 and 75. Now he's getting some really good flanking fire as this first line of defense has broken here for Bactria. The archers here are getting some really good fire in, using some flame shots to try and get the morale to drop. Actually, they've changed their direction again, getting some shots into these archers. This unit of the Persian light archers are getting some shots in onto this blob of the Syracuse soldiers as they move forward. And okay, so Macedon has been really pushed back over here. Carthage and Seleucid, we actually have the Seleucid general up over here, taking on some militia hoplites, a couple of units of the veteran shield warriors here. I'm sorry, veteran shield warriors, a unit of Iberian swordsmen, and Lusitani swordsmen here, or swordswomen. Oh, Lusitani swordswomen, huh? Let's get in and see where they are at. Can't really, oh, they're there. I think these are them here, yeah. That's the swordswomen there with the long hair. But again, Lusitani and Macedon do not seem like they're going to do very well in holding this breach point. They did sneak a unit of Iberian slingers up on the wall here. They are taking out this unit of pikemen, so well done there by Spitfire with his slingers getting some good shots down onto that pike unit. Now also getting some more shots into the Libyan infantry here, getting shots into them from behind. I believe he has now changed his fire again over to some of the Syrian heavy archers here. Get back up over here, see how well we're doing. So Lusitani has sent some units up over in this direction to give Bactria a hand, seems. Syracuse is now sending some troops down over this way to give his ally... I'm sorry, he's coming down here to back up his own troops. Apologies for that. I am starting to see some Macedonian flags start to break, though. Lusitani over here are starting to break. So we are having a... Seems that the defenders are having a rather large problem with the attacking forces so far. Yeah, all of the choke points here are being fought in. We have a unit of scaled hoplites here being backed up by a unit of pikemen, taking on some Thurio spears, mercenary Etruscan hoplites, another unit of Thurio spears back here. Do have one remaining unit of the archers for Syracuse who have made their way up, probably going to start getting some fire into... Hopefully he's going to start firing into the pikeman line there. Bactria on this side seems to be starting to crumble as well. Thurio spears, thorax swordsmen starting to waver and break on this side. We do have a unit of Persian hoplite archers making their way over here. Do they still have ammunition? They do not. So it seems that the defenders have been rather... I don't really know what to say. They've used... It looks like the defenders have used all of their ammo. Actually, there's a unit of slingers here that still have ammunition, so that's good. Slingers here for Lusitani still have ammunition. This unit of slingers... Oh, this is archers, sorry. They seem to be out of ammunition, so wow, the defenders have gone through pretty much all of their ammunition already. That's actually rather surprising. We do have the Carthaginian cavalry making their way around. They are going to catch into this unit of guerrilla warriors. Does seem that Spitfire is pulling his guerrillas back from the initial combat. What was that? I did see something over here. It might be the general for Carthage over there. I did see a flag rather quickly. But yeah, the guerrilla warriors here are being broken by the two units of cavalry. Lusitani is now coming down, going to get a good charge in onto some Cretan archers here. And these archers, they're out of ammunition as well. Do have a second unit of Syrian archers here for Seleucids, sorry. Starting to make their way up this road over here. Lusitani veteran shield warriors are losing combat here against some of the Libyan infantry, and some healthy volleys coming from these Syrian heavy archers into this unit of slingers. Do have the Lusitani noble general who has made his way. He was the only unit that was holding the town center. He has now made his way back up over here. He's coming up towards the front line. How is this choke point going? Silver Shield Swordsman General is taking on some pikemen. There is a unit of Libyan infantry over here as well. Oh, I just noticed here that the Macedonian General is dead. So I guess right over here, because this is where he was in this general area in the beginning of the battle, I guess he must have just gotten run over by one of the Carthage or Seleucid units. So that is actually very unfortunate for Macedon. He has lost his general, though he doesn't really have a lot of units left, and unfortunately, because he lost his general, these units, their morale is just going to tank. So, yeah, it says that they're confident right there, but you can see the red arrow pointing down, general dead, so that unit is not going to be very happy. Big push up the stairs here by Carthage and Seleucid into the Cretan archers here for Macedon. So yes, seems that this is going to break rather quickly as well. Do have the Lusitani general making his way over. He's probably going to pull back up this street. Do have a unit of Iberian slingers up here on the wall. I don't know where they are firing, though. It says that they are firing, but I don't see where. Can't really see which direction they are firing. So, that's weird. Okay, let's get back over here. Syracuse is now pushing, like I said, pushing some forces down over to here. Has neutralized this tower, taking on some scaled hoplites, thorax swordsmen, and 2 units of Lusitani guerrillas, depleted units. 1 depleted unit of Lusitani guerrillas. Let's get back up over here, see how Syracuse's push is going over here. He's bringing his general back around. His general has lost a lot of men already, 82 out of 160 left. He's a unit of Thurio spears with mercenary Samnite warriors. Thurio spears are changing into their square formation again while in the middle of combat. I guess that's actually a pretty good idea because now they're defending themselves from all angles. To a degree, we do have the Persian light archers here starting to break. Thorax swordsmen probably not far off from breaking as well. Bactrian Royal Guard pulling back from this choke point. And we do have some units now. It seems like we have some units now pulling back towards the town center. Because now that Seleucid and Carthage have broken through over here, they could quite easily just charge right over here into the town center. This battle could be over within minutes. So I'm actually rather interested to see what will make this battle last another 27 minutes here. Fighting has stopped over here. We have a unit of the late Libyan hoplites waiting. Unit of, actually, what is that? Oh, Slinger's getting some really good fire down onto this Libyan hoplite unit. So well done there by Spitfire. And we do have another unit of the Cretan archers here. Cretan archers seem to be out of ammunition as well. Cavalry here for Carthage has come out, gotten a good charge in, and broken this unit of Lusitani guerrillas. Guerrilla warriors now making their way over. Going to probably try and catch into these cavalry, but I don't think that's a good idea. Cavalry getting a pretty okay counter-charge into this unit of guerrilla warriors. Guerrilla warriors' numbers are dropping very quickly, as you can see there. Starting to waver now as well. We do have the Libyan hoplites now making their way up into this, towards this gate as well. Unit of Lusitani guerrillas, though, spear unit, making their way over. Hopefully they'll be able to get some kills in onto some of these mercenary Celtic light horses. That would be a good thing for Lusitani. Hopefully they can get some kills on some of this cavalry, because basically the attackers have this whole front area. Yeah, they're just going to move their armies in, and I don't blame them. Hopefully these Bactrian forces will be able to get down into the town center, so it won't just be a cap, but I don't see how that's possible with another, like I said, 26 minutes left in the battle. We do have a unit of Thorax hoplites, scaled Thorax hoplites, making their way back for Bactria. Bactria has lost another unit over here. Thorax swordsmen have been defeated by some Samnite warriors. So yeah, very aggressive attack so far by the attacking factions. Very well done. Very, very well done. I mean, they made use of a lot of their towers. Not all of them, as you can see, there are some towers in and out on the walls. But Syracuse, with only having 2 towers and 1 breach point, he did a fantastic job over here against Bactria. So well done to the Syracuse player over here. Carthage and Seleucid still moving up their forces. Actually, it seems that Carthage is just going to hang out here for a little while. Maybe allow this Syrian archer unit to do some scouting. Probably don't have any ammunition left. No, they don't have any ammunition left, so I would do the same thing. Have them come up, maybe take out this unit of slingers, capture this gate before you start moving any of your troops in. Actually, we do have some mercenary Gallic warriors and Iberian swordsmen making their way up. Looks like they're going to just come up and take out these stakes. Or are they just going to run right through them? Yep, just run right through those stakes. Not a problem. We do have the Carthage cavalry making their way around, so we do finally have some units down over here in the town center. Let's see what we have. Unit of pikemen, Bactrian Royal Guard, the Bactrian Royal Guard General. What else is coming around the corner over here? Pikemen, Bactrian Royal Guard, and the Lusitani General are making their way down. So we will have some sort of a victory point defense here. I was actually very, very happy to see the defenders actually did their best to try and hold the walls. I think that Bactria might have been a little bit better if he had pushed his units up closer to the walls and maybe spread his units out a little bit more. Maybe made a little bit more use of this hilltop here, because he could have had a unit of archers here, a unit of archers here, maybe placed another unit of archers here and another unit of archers here to just make sure that all of his gaps are plugged. He could have also thrown a couple of units down over in this direction to give Lusitani a hand, but with Lusitani doing as much of a guerrilla deployment as they did, that did put some more pressure, I guess you could say, onto Macedon and Bactria, but Macedon just got run over. Absolutely got free trained here by the combination of Seleucid and Carthage. So that was actually very quick. I didn't get a lot of the fighting over here. I got some, but then I was covering the battle up over here between Syracuse and Bactria, and I came back. Macedon was pretty much gone, aside of maybe two or three units of archers and one unit of spears that they had left. So let's get back over here. We do have the Garlic Warriors and the Iberian Swordsmen. They have captured this gate. Lusitani Noble General starting to pull down. Maybe he's going to come over here and try and, block up a choke point over here, as we do have a unit of Bactrian Royal Guard. Seems that they are being tasked to hold here. We have a unit of pikemen here, which, I don't know, actually. Let's take a quick zoom around, see what kind of ammunition the attackers still have. This unit is out of ammunition. More archers. We have some archers here. These archers seem to be out of ammunition. Cretan archers here for Carthage. They have ammunition, so that could be good. We still have the 2 units of the cavalry here from Carthage. Some more Samnite warriors making their way up. We have the Syracuse General here, a couple of units of spears, another unit of Samnite warriors, Thorax swordsman here for Seleucid. Balance of power is definitely showing in favor for the attackers, which makes sense. They have a lot of guys. Actually, here comes the general unit, the general's bodyguard here for Carthage, and we have a unit of the mercenary Cretan archers here who are out of ammunition as well. They're going to come over here, I guess, take out these last 2 guys here on the ballista just to kill them. And we do have the Greek Giant Ballista here for Syracuse. That squad has 11 out of 40 left. Let's get back over here into the town, near to the town center. So Lusitani General is making his way over here. As you can see, he is hidden now. So that's actually going to probably be a rather sneaky move. But as far as defense, we have Bactria. Bactria is going to be the lone defender here, going to be taking on some broken armies. As you can see, I mean, we see a lot of Carthage flags over here. So Carthage is the commanding army for the attackers. Seleucid does still have some units. He's got his general. He's got a couple of units of archers here, but I'm pretty sure all of these archers are out of ammunition. Yes, they are. All of these archers are out of ammunition, which is, again, like I said, upsetting to see. Though we do have the unit of the Cretan archers here for Carthage, and they are going to start firing in onto this unit of pikes, which is exactly what they want to do. They want to start trying to get rid of this pike unit, because I'm pretty sure that... Oh no, Bactria, he's got another unit of pikes over here. They have lost 4 men so far. But let's see, we have some Gallic hunters and Iberian swordsmen making their way up over in this direction towards the pikemen. Hopefully these archers continue to fire. Oh no! That was their last Wow, the attackers don't have any archers. They don't have any ammunition left for their archers. That could be really rough with these units of pikemen. Pikemen are dangerous. Yeah, Gallic warriors and Iberian swordsmen are going to pull back here. The unit of the Bactrian Royal Guard taking on 3 units of Syrian heavy archers here. Finally have some Etruscan hoplites making their way down over here. The 2 units of the cavalry are here for Carthage. It does seem that the Lusitani general, though, is going to make a beeline straight towards this cavalry, which I don't blame him, try and get them off the field. What is Carthage doing? Seems that he is still moving some units over here. He might be microing on that side. I don't know if he's going to see this. Let's stay with the general here for a minute. See if he's going to be able to get a good charge in. Maybe kill these 2 units of cavalry. I don't know. I'm going to come up. Huge peel of... Oh my! Wow, that killed a lot of guys. That killed a lot of guys on that one peel of volley, and the general unit is just going to charge right in here. What are they killing first? Celtic Light Horse is going to break pretty much immediately. It's only Light Horse. I mean, they have some shields, a couple of helmets, but they're not wearing anything. They're just wearing pajama shirts, basically. They don't have any armor. And then this second unit here, the Carthaginian cavalry's 21 out of 80. They do have armor, but I mean it's only medium melee cavalry, so it's not going to really be able to do very much. Lusitani General is going to get in onto them, kill a couple of them. We do have the Carthaginian cavalry is going to get away with 11 men left in that unit. They're going to pull away from the Lusitani General. So what we have over here, the Seleucid General now is charging in onto a unit of pikemen, which I don't really know how good of an idea that is. Pikemen, like I said, pikemen are just nasty. I mean, look at the length of their pikes here. Though the Carthaginian General is, the Seleucid General is past some of the pikes on this side, so the pikeman unit might start taking some losses. They were at 159, they're down to 153, so far they have lost 6 men, but this, the Seleucid General here is not going to last very long. He's over here attacking by himself. Not that, I mean, again, here's the argument of, I don't really have a lot of units left anyway, so what's the difference? But personally, to me, the difference is it is a general, and he has abilities that he could use to bolster up the ranks of his allied armies. So, never just throw your general away. I'm not saying that that's what this guy did, but it kind of looks like he just threw his general away because he only had a couple of units of archers left. Generals are very useful. They are very strong. They're very tough units. So even if you just hold them back for a little while and hit some buffs for your ally forces so they don't break, you would be able to sneak them around, maybe get some rear charges in onto units, do some devastating, do some damage, devastating charges and everything like that. So let's see what we have over here. We have a unit of Bactrian Royal Guard, scaled thorax hoplites taking on some thorax swordsmen. A unit of Thurier spears have just charged right into the battle. Mercenary Etruscan hoplites with the picked hoplite general. We do have the Carthaginian general over here with the one lone unit of 11 cavalry left here. Mercenary Samnite warriors, 3 units of mercenary Samnite warriors now walking their way over here. Very tough units. Very, very tough units. We have a little bit of a standstill over here, though. Looks like Carthage is trying to figure out exactly where he wants to attack. Bactrian Royal Guard here, pikemen and a Bactrian Royal Guard general are over here protecting these choke points here. Royal Guard looks like they're going to go in, start to move forward a little bit, maybe try and get into this unit of Sacred Band before the Sacred Band has a chance to charge. Actually, we're going to have a charge coming from the Royal Guard into the Sacred Band. Little known fact here, I'm just going to give you guys a little hint about this settlement. This building is usable. You could send a unit, if the attackers or the defenders still had archers or ranged, they would be able to sneak a unit up onto here. So if the attackers still had armor, if the attackers still had ammunition, they would be able to sneak a unit right up onto here, get some really good fire down onto this pikeman unit, maybe getting some good fire into this unit of Bactrian Royal Guard. We do have the unit of pikemen now moving their way up. Not exactly sure where they're going to go. Maybe they're going to come over here and try and put a choke point over here. Do have some Gallic hunters and Iberian swordsmen making their way. Pikes are noticing that they're going to pull back. So the pikeman unit are going to pull back from here. Still no combat going on this side. Looks like Carthage and Seleucid are just going to continue waiting over here. Carthage General is moving around a little bit over here. I didn't see... I don't think he did anything over here. We do have the Lusitani General now making his way back inside the settlement. Combat going on over here, like I said before. Thurio spears, mercenary Etruscan hoplites, and thorax swords taking on Bactrian Royal Guard and scaled thorax hoplites. Does seem that Carthage is starting to move up. He's going to throw up his archers first, as they are out of ammunition. I mean, it makes sense. Pikes are going to start moving forward very slowly to make sure that they maintain their pike wall. Here we go. They're going to move in. Wow, he just got murdered. Let's see if we can get a good shot from somebody. That looks like a pretty good shot. Actually, let's see if we can get a little bit better of a shot here. There we go. That's a good one there. Okay, so we have the Lusitani General who has moved up over onto this side, back up this unit of Bactrian Royal Guard. Sacred Band seem to be doing rather well, says unit is winning decisively. Syrian archers now making their way in. Second unit of Sacred Band over here. Pikes, unfortunately, are going to have to stay right here. They're not going to be able to move to give any help to anywhere because of these three units here of the Gallic Warriors and the unit of the Iberian Swordsmen over here. They're going to have to stay. Oh, we have a unit of the Thorax Swordsmen here. Force loose. It's starting to break. Actually, they've just broken. How many men were still in that unit? 55 men still in that unit have broken. That is tough to see. Thorio Spears here again going to put themselves into their square formation. It says that combat is even here. We have another unit of the Etruscan Hoplites. Says that their combat is even as well. Two units of Samnite Warriors just hanging out back over here. We have a unit of Samnite Warriors along with the Pict Hoplite General here for Syracuse. We have the Bactrian Royal Guard General holding this choke point. Let's see how we're doing. So now Lusitani has thrown his general over in this direction to back up the unit of pikemen, but the Libyan infantry here for Carthage are getting some absolutely fantastic volleys in, killing 2 men from the general unit, pikeman unit down to 117 men. We have 12 minutes left in this battle replay. So this must be a pretty long defense here, which I'm very surprised of. Bactria not having a whole lot of units left. They must have done a fantastic job here holding this final victory point. Seems that the infantry have exhausted all of their pila now onto this unit. Pikemen now down to 108. We have a unit of Libyan hoplites now making their way up. Looks like maybe they're going to... Oh no! The pikes don't have their pikes out! Oh, there they go. Now they got their pikes out. But the hoplites actually are just going to go right around the pike unit here. Pike unit is going to fall back, so that's good. Let's see. I mean, this... Hoplites again going to get around the pikeman unit, I guess. I don't know. That was kind of weird to watch there. But now we have the late Libyan infantry moving in, Cretan archers. So everything from over here, yeah, just going to converge in onto this unit of pikes and probably try and just rip them down. As you can see, their numbers are dropping very quickly. They don't have their pikes down. They are not. They're in pike formation, but look at their pikes. They're facing the wrong way. Oh, that is such a shame. This pike unit is going to get killed. And, okay, so Bactria has now abandoned this. Actually, he's moving, what's he moving over here? Skilled Hoplites unit over into this choke point here. Bactrian General is pulling back towards the town center. Pikes here still holding. Let's see what's going on over here. Bactrian Royal Guard still holding rather well. Combat even against some Sacred Band and a unit of heavy archers. Sacred Band now for Carthage now making their way around. Looks like they're going to come over in this direction. Lusitani General is now surrounded. We have a unit of Libyan infantry. Oh, he's not surrounded. Sorry, they're fighting face to face. But we have the Libyan infantry here taking on the Lusitani Noble General here. Let's get some close-ups of this fight here. Lusitani Noble General is a very tough unit. Very, very tough unit. So I don't think that these Libyan infantry are going to be able to kill him per se, but they will definitely do some damage to the unit. Let's zip over here, see how this pike unit is holding up. So the pikes have reformed themselves actually, but they do still have this unit of late Libyan hoplites. Libyan hoplites are starting to waver here though. Not sure why they are wavering. I must have missed that. Pikes here for Bactria continuing to move forward. Sacred Band here are going to pull back. So it seems like there's a little bit of a game being played over here between the pikemen here and the Libyan hoplites and Sacred Band. Let's see how this fight is going. Fight here in this choke point is still going okay. It says combat is even. Bactrian Royal Guard 103, Sacred Band 121. We do have the 3 units of swords have now moved in onto this unit of the pikemen here for Bactria. These are 3 depleted units of swords, but I mean they moved in, I guess, to keep the pikemen here, because now this unit of pikemen are breaking. Sacred Band will be able to get inside. Maybe both of these units. Let's see, now Libyan hoplites have broken, but there is a solid unit of Sacred Band now making their way in. Are they going to charge right into the back of the Bactrian Royal Guard General? Probably not a bad idea for him to do that. Let's see. Yes, they are going to get a rear charge in onto the Bactrian Royal General. So well done there. One of the units of Libyan infantry have broken. Second unit is close to breaking. They are starting to waver. Lusitani Nobles down to 124. Bactrian Royal Guard 156. Sacred Band 160. And okay, so the pikes have been victorious for the most part over here. There is a unit of Iberian swordsmen making their way back in. Pikemen have turned around now and are taking on some units of the mercenary Samnite warriors here for Syracuse. Another more fighting going. Oh no, Carthage General is inside the town center. He's going to get a big charge in onto the Bactrian Royal Guard. Didn't kill a ton of them, but definitely did some damage. They were at about 158 or so they killed about 14 men or so on that charge. Lusitani Noble General has moved over here again. I think he was trying to maybe give a hand, maybe catch the General's bodyguard over here. So let's get down over here now. So we have the Syracuse General, Samnite Warriors, and Etruscan Hoplites taking on a unit of Bactrian Royal Guard. Royal Guard is losing decisively. I'm going to say that this unit of Etruscan Hoplites is probably going to break. Yeah, they're starting to waver. There weren't a lot left in that unit. You have the Carthaginian General again making his way into the town center. Let's see, maybe he's just going to come in again, get a big charge into the Bactrian Royal Guard. Actually, Bactria has noticed this, turned around. Carthaginian General has stopped dead in his tracks. He's going to pull back around again. Let's see what we have over here. Mercenary Samnite Warriors have somehow made their way through this pike unit. I don't know how they walked through that. I guess maybe that was a little bit of a pull through. I don't know, but they are definitely taking losses from trying to pull through a pike unit. They definitely lost a lot of men there. Let's see what the Carthaginian General's trying to do. He's coming around. He's probably going to try and get in here, get a quick charge in onto the Bactrian Road. Nope, he's going to come around over here. Maybe get a charge into the pikemen. Nope, he's just going to keep on riding. He's going to keep on moving it around. We do have a unit of the Samnite Warriors here starting to waver. They are routing now. Oh no, the other unit of Samnite Warriors is starting to waver. Bounce power is definitely creeping back into favor for the defense. Getting close to equal or even in as far as the bounce of power goes. Lusitani General now making his way over towards the Carthaginian General. Carthaginian General is just going to ride away again. Combat over here. Sacred Band combat even against the Royal Guard. Royal Guard 81. Sacred Band here 95. Let's see what's going on over here. Sacred Band taking on the Bactrian General. Bactrian General is combat even. General has 119. The Sacred Band has 128. But here comes the Lusitani General again. He's probably just going to come back over here, form up behind the Sacred Band to just get a big rear charge onto them. Still do have Carthaginian Cavalry, that one unit with 11 left still over there. Bactrian Royal Guard are starting to break over here, so this is getting close. This is getting very close. 5 minutes, 35 seconds left in this replay. And this is getting very, very close. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Picked Hoplites. Mercenary Samnite Warriors going to start making their way into the town center. Pikemen now for Bactria starting to move closer to the cavalry. General is going to pull away. Carthaginian Cavalry still sitting up there. Probably just going to wait for an opportunity. Let's see. Sacred Band is now losing. They have been charged in from the rear by the Lusitani Noble General. Bactrian Royal Guard here still holding strong. 111 out of 160. Sacred Band is losing numbers quickly. Actually, what is the Lusitani Noble General is exhausted. He's actually pulling back. Let's see what the Carthaginian General is going to do. Nope. He's going to stop again. I guess maybe he was going to try and get a rear charge in. And now we have Bactrian pikemen for Bactria now making their way over here. They were victorious. This is going to be a successful defense. Let's see what the Carth... Nope. He goes to go for a charge and pulls away again. I'm going to say this is going to be a successful defense. I don't think that the attackers have enough left to break through these generals here and this unit of pikes. They don't have any ranged. They don't have any ranged left. I mean, they have 2 units of cavalry, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Lusitani Noble General has now just activated his second wind ability, so his unit is no longer tired. Oh, wait, what is this? Picked Hoplite General here for Syracuse, sneaking their way through. Now they're going to pinch the Bactrian Rear Guard General. It was not the greatest of charges, though. I don't know if that was a charge or if maybe he just clicked them over there. Let's see where the Carthage General is. He's still kind of floating around over here. This battle is still going on. Sacred Band taking on the Royal Guard over here. Royal Guard is exhausted. Both units are exhausted, though. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen over there. Oh, Carthage General going to get a charge in onto the Lusitani Noble General. Actually, no, he pulled back at the last second. Lusitani did not take a single man loss on that charge. Lusitani General now pulling around. Looks like he's going to try and get in onto the Picked Hoplite General here for Syracuse. Here comes the cavalry here, the Carthaginian cavalry. Let's see where they're going to go. Probably going to try and come over here and just get a decent, I mean, as much of a charge as they can into this Royal Guard. Good charge onto the back of the Royal Guard there. Not too many men were killed, though, and the Carthaginian cavalry is gone. They're routing. They're going to break. There's only 5 of them left in there, so that was actually very confusing. Let's see what the Carthaginian general is doing. He's just riding around over here. He's going to come in and get a big charge in onto the back of the Bactrian Royal Guard general here. So well done there by Carthage. Finally, his plan was able to work. Oh, Syracuse general has broken, though. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left. We still do have the Carthage general. He's got a unit of Sacred Band here. Sacred Band over here. If I was the Carthaginian general, I would probably, I mean, it's a heavy unit. I would come over here, try and free up this unit of Sacred Band. Try and give my guys a little bit better of a chance. There was a good charge there. 3 men lost on the unit, but a lot of morale was dropped. They were green, now they're down to yellow and now red. So they're gonna. That unit's probably going to break soon. Carthaginian general doing a pretty good job there. Now this general is pulling out again. Lusitani Noble General moving over here to just plug this gap. Going to hold up the Sacred Band again here. Pikemen for Bactria are now moving around. Looks like they're just trying to stave off the general's bodyguard. Wow, this is coming down to a wire. I would have just assumed that with the ease that they took the front settlement here. I mean, look again. Just look at all the death, all the bodies just strewn about all over the place. But I figured that with the ease that they were able to get in over here, that they would have been able to take over the town center here. Do have the Carthaginian general going to get a big charge in onto this Bactrian Real Guard here. Lusitani Noble General unit. So good job there. Needs to peel back out of here though, because here comes some pikes. Good job by Carthage coming out. Maybe he can come back around over here, get away from these pikes. He's not going to get away. Oh, he did. He pulled away. Barely pulled away. And we have a unit of the Bactrian Royal Guard pulling back as the Lusitani Noble General is breaking this unit of Sacred Band. 43 seconds left in this battle replay. Wow, that was pretty crazy. That was a pretty crazy battle. It did not turn out the way that I thought it was going to turn out just from the beginning. With, like I said, the relative ease that the attackers got into the settlement. I figured they were just going to march right down this road, come over here and take the town center because there was nothing over here to defend. The only thing that was here at the beginning was the Lusitani general. So, well done. Good battle. Solid battle. Well done. Alright guys, let's get into the army breakdown here. At the end we had Spitfire with Lusitani. His Lusitani general, 305 kills. Very well done there with his general. His slingers all doing rather decently, 125, 149, 167, and 65. Getting into his guerrilla warriors, 75, 127, 118, 118, 262 with this one. 108 and 83. His Iberian swordsman, 108 and 106. Well done there with those two. Lusitani guerrillas, 145, 99, 41. His Lusitani swordswomen with a 40 kill. And the veteran shield warriors here, 118 and 122. Getting into Sea Dog 1 with Bactria. His general, 169 kills. The other two Bactrian Royal Guard, 121 and 222. So very well done here. His pikes doing absolutely fantastic, actually. 407 and 278 kills. So well done by Bactria's pikes. Thorax hoplites, 170 and 132. Thurio spears, 64, 87. thorax swordsman 129, 91, 139. And his archers all getting over 100 kills as well, 112, 109, and 148. Then we have Uba the Great here with Macedon. His general with 5 kills, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure he got shot down right there over by the walls. His cavalry doing very well, though, 153, 156, 239. So fantastic job there with his cavalry. His archers doing okay, 40 for this one, 182, 229 here. The slingers with 56. Militia hoplites, though, 51, 16, 39, and 9. But again, they are spears. Their job is to hold choke points, which they did for a little while. But they were facing some pretty tough troops. Pikeman here, 170 and 11. And his thorax swordsman, 967. Thurio spears, 25 and 91. Getting into Kushanjes, Seleucids. His general 159. His archers doing fantastic. 244, 233, 302. This one only having 0 kills doesn't matter. I would say these three archers paid for the 4th one. His hillmen 1 and 21. His pikemen 43 and 109. The rest of his army is thorax swordsman. He had 69, 65, 57, 66, 76, 51, 110, 131, and 73 there. So mix and match around with his thorax swordsman. Some of them doing very well, some of them doing, pretty okay. So not a bad showing there by a Seleucid army. Getting into Carthage here, his general 54 kills, Carthaginian cavalry 144, and the light Celtic horse 111. His archers again doing fantastic. Mercenary Cretan archers 282, 259, and 316. His mercenary Gallic warriors 30 and 23. Sacred band 133, 118. Mercenary Iberian swordsmen 29 and 65. Getting into his Libyan infantry here 179, 85, 251, 80, 170, and 167. And his late Libyan hoplites with 148. And then Fayerlofia, I guess. Sorry if I'm messing your name up, dude. He played as Syracuse. His general 148. His giant ballista here with 35. His archers really did not perform very well. 8, 12, and 46. The mercenary Etruscan hoplites 35, 77, 127. 351 for the Samnite warriors, 226, and 193. So well done there by his Samnite warriors. Really well. Really good job. 351, 226, 193 again. Pikemen 0 and 113. It's a problem sometimes with tossing pikemen in so early. Archers can just shred them. If there's no other units around them, pikes don't really have very high block. At least most pikes don't have very high block or armor. Getting into his Thurio spears here, 88, 13, 60, 177, and 164. So there you go. Like I said, it was a successful defense. So I mean, that was a great battle. That was a really great battle. Some of the kills here, 305 for the general there. There was a unit with 400 somewhere also. I mean, just absolutely fantastic job by both sides here. I'm gonna give a big high five to everybody who played in this battle today. Everybody did pretty well or very well. It's just overall really great battle. So guys, hope you enjoy this content, and if you did, please make sure to like and comment on the video. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys soon.